Hello everybody, this is Dean Phoenix continuing with episode 3 of my Viper Hybrid Metamorphosis playthrough. And as you can see, this is on Deathmarch, using the awesome looking Viper gear with the complementary Nilfgaardian gauntlets and the Manticore trousers and boots for that bit of extra toxicity and critical hit damage and percentage. We're using a Metamorphosis build because Euphoria's so OP, so I felt like going something a little bit different. And we're just going to sort a few things out in Novigrad, go to Skellige early, and then we're going to get the rest of these mutations, just so that I can get the 4th strength and synapses slot here, and then we'll be finishing off the rest of the build. So we've got the fast attacks down to Whirl. We've got 1 point in Rend, 1 point in Razor Focus. Because the basic use of those, even with 1 point in, is great, and the other points you can just save for a luxury for later. We've got Ard Sweep and the Ancient Lesson Decoction, which I've discovered in this playthrough. The stagger from Ard Sweep, or Ard in general, counts as a status affliction, so it triggers Metamorphosis, which is amazing, and just plays perfectly into the build, and goes with the Ancient Lesson Decoction for stamina regeneration increases during fights. We've got Heightened Tolerance and Acquired Tolerance for a bunch of toxicity. With metabolic control as well, and with the Manticore gear that gives us over 305 toxicity, and what that means is you can use 280 toxicity for 4 full decoctions, and then with fast metabolism on top of it, you can also pretty much whatever 25 point potions you want, because the toxicity for the potions go quickly in battles, that you can use another one immediately, especially once we get those last 2 points in it. The potion toxicity flies down, whilst the decoction toxicity stays the same, so that's really great. And then we've got Synergy, 2 of the absolute best skills in the game. Here, Acquired Tolerance, Protective Coating, and Synergy, probably actually the best 3 skills in the game in total. And the Synergy boosting the power of these mutagens here to give us a bit more damage, Protective Coating and the Aracast Decoction on top of the fantastic set of resistances we've got mean that even though we're using armour, we have fantastic resistance to everything except bludgeoning damage, and we can keep up Quen for that. And then we've got Griffniks, so we get 20% extra sign intensity for having 4 pieces of medium gear, and a ton of extra stamina regeneration on top of that as well. And that's a really great skill, and pretty much a prerequisite in my opinion for a hybrid build, giving us that bunch of versatility. So really good. So far been a ton of good stuff. Enjoying this build, and yeah, just the play style in general. Okay, just going to see if any dismantles into anything particularly good, which none of it seems to. Take that, and then from there we're just going to carry on with the game after I've sold off. So let's get these sorted. So sell a bunch of this. Whoa, easy tiger. And then after we've sold this stuff, we'll be able to play some inventory space, which is good, and then we'll be able to move on. So do you find that there's a bit of a problem in that a lot of the time the merchants and everybody like that actually runs out of money to be able to buy things in New Game Plus, but it's a very small concern. We'll just stash things and sell them in Toussaint later, or to the Runewright. Even though the Runewright garbage prices relatively, he at least has a ton of money after you pay him for his services, and you know, maximizing it and being as efficient as possible in terms of selling things to the best price. Whilst that matters in a first playthrough, in a playthrough like this, especially because with this Viper playthrough, it's the resistances that matter on a gear. That's always the same. The armor rating counts for extremely little, and because of that, we'll be able to actually use this. We'll actually be able to use this armor set with the level 39 Viper chest and the level 40 Manticore trousers all the way through to level 90, 91 and 92 when I get the New Game Plus versions respectively. So yeah, that's going to be really good. No real need for me to be looting all this stuff, to be perfectly honest. It's force of habit. I've just remembered that I really don't sort of need to be doing it. It's just my sort of compulsion to always collect stuff. And we're just going to carry on with this. Have a cutscene to skip in a second, I would think. Just sort with that. Not going to play Gwent just yet. I am not playing any Gwent until I've got the monster deck and the Skellige deck. So I'm going to hold off on some of that stuff. Skip these cutscenes. Yep, got that sorted. I sure hope so as well. Where's this dude? Where you at? Certain armours only appear at certain times, although he'll normally be here at this time. I'll just get it back to about 10 AM-ish and just see if he appears then. It's normally about that time. Yeah. Cool. Not very much that we need to be doing in Novigrad this time, because we've already got everything sorted from the original playthrough. Just want to be clearing some armour, clearing some space. Get this stuff gone. Oh, he's got plenty of money, so we can sell some stuff to him at least. Could wait for the master armour to dismantle this kind of thing and get the extra diamond, but no real need, so instead. Repair everything there. I could use the kits to repair that instead, but to be perfectly honest, there's no problem with giving this guy the extra money for repairing things, and then when I come back I can always sell things too. Might as well get rid of the Zerrikanian saddlebags. I'm never going to use them over the Beauclair ones, and even aesthetically you can barely tell the difference in how they look and stuff, so no real need. Right, so these Nilfgaardian gauntlets we're not going to be using for another 4 levels yet, because they're 11 levels into New Game Plus, so that's no problem. And we're just going to carry on. So yeah, that's all sorted. Get this stuff sorted again. One of my favourite little things here is that you can take this guy's books, take Marcus's books from his bookstore, and then sell them back to you, which is just hilarious. Not going to look at the other books just yet. Just finish this off. So yeah, this is really funny because, like I say, you can literally just grab these books and read them all at once. Yep. And then sell them back to him, which is like really funny. So you just walk around his store, take the books, not even buy them from him, get the experience, get 50 crowns, and then just sell them back to him, which is like hilarious. So yeah, always makes me chuckle. So we just bought those 5 books from him, and then we're going to sell the stuff back. I'm not playing anybody at Gwent until I've got those decks, so that I know that it's not like I've played some people and then coming back to them and trying to figure out who's who. I just know that I'm flat not playing anybody until I've got the monster deck just for something a bit different. I have used the monster deck on previous playthroughs. It is completely doable. It's not a bad deck, it's just a bit limited compared to some of the other ones. It's nowhere near as good as Nilfgaard, for example, but anyway. And it's nowhere near as good as Northern Realms, which are the best 2 decks. But it's usable and it's something a bit different, and I haven't done a monster deck Gwent playthrough on any of my streamed or YouTube playthroughs, so that's something a bit different there. Right. I will need to try and get the monster deck to the point that I can play this guy, Olivier, first. So, let's have a look. We'll buy the buy all these though, whilst we have the chance. Okie doke. Look at that wicked Viper armour. It looks so good. Looks like the starting armour. Part of the reason I wanted to use it is because it's a hybrid armour, which is really cool for starting with, but also it's extremely good resistance wise as well as aesthetically. Now we're going to go get the place of power that's up at the north of Novigrad, and then from there we're going to get the one in Olness as well. Skellige. So, well, we'll do those in some order. Maybe not that exact order, but yeah. Get the marker there. 8 places of power in total in Berlin and Novigrad. So this continent. 6 in White Orchard. Got all those already. I've got 6 of the ones in the Velin Novigrad area. Oh no, I think I've got 5 so far. There's the Bald Mountain one. There's the Bald Mountain one, which you get much later in the story. You can glitch and get it, and like jump up the side of the mountain, reach that area, but it's necessary. So I never bother doing that. It's more hassle than it's worth, in my opinion. So we'll get this stuff sorted. Okay, so this is the one, the place of power here. Just gotta make your way into this building, monastery, whatever the hell it is. Pretty cool. Elector Square, there you go. And then there is this place of power. Alexa, shut up. Alexa thinks I'm asking her something. Spoilers, we are not asking her anything. Right. Look at that. Gorgeous views, as per usual. And yeah, on we go. So, that is one place of power sorted. So we should have 16 now, which we do. So we've got 16 points there, we need 22, and the mutagens have all carried over. There is a bug or something strange that causes your mutagens to disappear when you start New Game Plus, but nobody can quite figure out what triggers it. I've never had it happen to me on this complete edition, so that's the European complete edition version. So I'm not quite sure what would cause it. Right, so we've got this marker there. Need to find our way to the message board. Is that Yantra? I think that's Yantra. And that's Olness. Is that right? One's Olness and one's Yantra. I'm pretty sure that's Yantra. Pretty sure that's Olness. But we'd have to sort it out. Skellige, and then grab this one when or I can grab this one. Then get one actually in Novigrad. I'll be getting enough. We're getting enough places of power in Skellige, so there's 7, and then the story. The 7, then 2 would be. When I get 7, I'll have enough for the mutation. So the short version is doesn't really know which way I do it. So let's have a look. Right, we'll head back. Yeah, we'll head back, grab this notice board on the way, and then we'll head to Skellige. And on the way back I'll get that extra place of power. Shouldn't be a problem. We'll get quite a few levels in Skellige as well. One of the things we'll want to do at some point is to do Practicum of Alchemy and get the Gwent card Mysterious Elf from that. It's a shame you've got to do the whole of Poet Under Pressure before you can you got to do the whole of Poet Under Pressure before you can play the Toussaint section. I mean, it's much higher level than you go later, but it's very easy to get there early. You can watch my video on getting there early, going to Toussaint early if you know how to do that. The other part of it is on New Game Plus, it's even easier still because you've got the mega build and your defensive resistances that we have in place. So that's going to be really easy either way. Get all this stuff. Get some undiscovered locations there. There's this jackass. He's actually got a really good Gwent deck, but that's by the by. Yeah.
Rumor. Where did Aaron show me what?
Right, so we've got all this stuff. Get RMS artifacts if you want. Should I buy those just in case? Could do. Definitely want the figurines. Ooh, that's weird. Why is that for sale separately? How bizarre. That's really weird. Anyway. That's thrown me for a loop a little bit there. Anyway, that's that sorted. So get these things. Not going to play them at cards or anything. How interesting. Yeah, should do. Right, what else have we got? That's all this stuff. There's the other notice board, and then yeah, we've got Skellige. So let's do that. Skellige first, nice and simple. Not gonna. You could do Practicum of Alchemy at this level as well if you really wanted, but since I'm not playing Gwent yet, I'll just leave it until you get to. Basically, if you get to Toussaint early, you can buy a ton of the monster deck cards and a bunch of other stuff, and you can buy those really easily, and just throw like a monster deck together from that. So I'll do that first. Now there's a thing coming up in just a minute where some random dudes will accost you, so because I've actually got the points in Delusion, even though I'm not using it, I'll just put Delusion on there when I know that there is an opportunity coming to use it, because it gets you a tiny bit of extra experience, which is cool. Get all this stuff. Yep, see how these guys sort of accost you here.
Help some fellas out, master. We're a bit of coin short another round.
'Cause we're comrades, see? Witcher, ain't you? We're butchers. You slaughter, we slaughter.
Except witches earn more. Old villagers pitch in. Lords open their purses.
Yeah. See, so because we put Delusion on there, we'll get 80 experience instead of 50. Not that 30 experience matters, because you'll hit level 100 in the long run very easily anyway, but I don't know. Worth showing that kind of small detail if you remember it, I suppose. May as well. What is this captain dude? Can you speak to him straight away? I think you can. Fist fights, not bothering me with that stuff. Man, I hate the fist fights. It's just such a waste of time. Not playing Gwent against this dude yet. Just check if he's got anything to buy, which he does. Yeah, so like nobody really has any monster cards for sale in this area. You sort of get it as the Skellige area. You buy and win a lot of the monster cards there. So that's cool. Pay 1,000 crowns. And then we go. Right, so we're going straight away. See how it's going. Aha. Come on. And this is where we're going to get everything sorted here. And that being the case, this is where you, like it's saying there, you draw on a place of power, you receive an additional point. So this is why we've come to scale it. I always do this, even on a regular deathmatch playthrough. It's not as difficult as you would think it potentially would be to do. So anyway, first things first, get up. We've got the dancing star there, northern wind, supremely useful for this. And we're also just going to use our decoctions that we always use. So got all that sorted. Make sure we've got the superior Handmang's venom, which does a little bit of extra damage, but more importantly it helps with protective coating. And then we are going to make sure we've got that little bit of extra vitality. We've got 99% toxicity there, but very, very soon will fly down, and you'll see how it works. There we've got hard sweep, get all that sorted. The more times you use it, the higher your stamina regeneration gets. We've also got deflection on the armour, so we don't have to bother with any of these dudes. The archers, they're nice and easy, we can just totally ignore them. And now you can see what we've got. I've got that full moon, we've got the forktail, the wyvern and the wraith decoction there, all active for a couple of minutes because of metamorphosis. Just use Tawny Owl, and very soon we'll be able to use Thunderbolt or Bat as well. So I just used in the background there, and now you'll be able to see how this really works, and just how effective things can be. We've also got the Northern Wind Bomb, which helps a ton. And then you've got the slowdown from Blizzard on top of that. And we've got Rend for the shielded enemies. And oh, we got hit by a bludgeoning attack. So the problem with this armor set is that if you get hit by a bludgeoning attack, we don't have any bludgeoning resistance, which is why I died in one hit there. And that's the difference between using a sort of heavy build that has the more balanced resistances. So you could switch to a different medium armor if you know that you're taking on purely human enemies where there's a chance of getting hit by those bludgeoning attacks. But as you saw there, I lost my Quen and I hadn't put it back up in time. But it's pretty easy to be able to keep it up, to be honest. So if you're not multitasking and trying to speak and manage to get yourself cornered and whatever else, it's actually pretty easy to manage. So shouldn't have a problem this time. If you were using Euphoria and you just wanted to hammer the hell out of everybody, then it's never a problem anyway. So you'd be able to kill these guys a lot quicker. So it's not a problem if you're doing that. We're just keeping it as having some semblance of a challenge. And let's go on with this again. So we want hard sweep. And like I say, the slashing resistance is so high that doesn't really matter, but for it's the bludgeoning that we have to watch out for. So need to make sure that we prioritize any guys with clubs and take them out first. So that's the Tawny Owl up. Let's get the Dancing Star, get some burning going if we can. And the great thing about burning damage is if it can inflict burning on them, it does a ton of damage based on their actual their own HP. Ow! So that's really good. Let's get a Swallow in there. Make sure we stay healed up. Can't actually see any of the bludgeoning guys. I think they've randomly died this time because obviously the the other dudes on your side are helping out, and I thought I'd taken out all the bludgeoning guys last time, so there you go. Even on Deathmarch, even without using Euphoria, even with being 10 levels below that quest, still really easy. So done it, that sorted that out, no problem. So yeah, if you wanted to, I mean, I'm using the Viper armour, and you know, because like I say, I love how it looks, and you can always keep Quen up, so you should never die really. But you can another set like the Nilfgaardian DLC chest or something like that if you wanted anyway. So let's just get talking about yen. Huh. Always avoid fighting this guy. Don't my bones, but fist fights take forever. Sounds about right. One of the really important things that I actually didn't know for quite a few playthroughs, found out later, is that you can get your money back. So get the 1,000 crowns back there. Always make sure that you right away, because it can disappear afterwards. Might as well grab all this stuff. Not that we need anything for crafting, but it's good to be able to sell things as well. Alright. Place of power there. Let's get the broadhead bolts on.
Place of power should draw from it.
So there's a Axie boost. Not that we ever use Axie. It's my probably least frequently used sign. Let's get all these dudes. Get these sorted. We've only got the enhanced hybrid oil. It's the only one that we don't have the superior for yet. Where are we at? Where are you? Try and draw these things in. Fight a few of them. This comes down. Oh, I almost got the whole finisher on it there. Like the you see it had the finish off there to actually execute the thing. Alright. So there's sirens added to the bestiary. Get down. Want to be trying to get these things. Knock both of those down, that's good. And that powered up Aerondight as well. Get bleeding inflicted on this too. Use the Ard Sweep to stun lock it. And there you can see just get an Aerondight powered up a little bit. I will be switching away from Aerondight as well, because unless you're against Red Skull enemies, well, even if you're against Red Skull enemies, you can see I took those out really quickly. Because it's such a tremendously powerful sword, so even without Euphoria it can rack up a ton of damage, and it's very good for that. But I'll switch away from it when I go back to enemies at the same sort of level as myself when we go back to Velen. But for the Velen things, useful to have it. Grab some florins. Good place to get a couple of diagrams and things if you've not got them already, but with this being New Game Plus, I already have those. Made a priority to buy those in the preparing for Play Plus. And you can watch that in the separate playlist. So we're just going to grab all this stuff, not that I really need it. I like collecting. So we're going to reload the crossbow, get the broadhead bolts on again. And this will prompt the echidna to come out. And when it does, I'll just be waiting and try and take it out. Ah, come on. I'm gonna get this thing. Ah. There we go. Knock this down, get some good hits in. Use those rend chopping to get that. So we've got Thunderbolt for a couple of minutes now as well, which is very useful. Where's this thing gone? Come on! Ah, it's flying about, being a pain. Might just drop down and fight it normally. Yeah, let's do that. Easier to fight it out in the open a little bit. Got the Tonial on. And you can get it with a counter like that as well. And kill it there. Now you can get the Echidna mutagen from this thing, which is great. I just got that then. That's one of the ones that is a very useful mutagen, so I'll create that so that that can be one of the ones triggered by Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis can only use the ones that you've created, so I'm only creating the ones that will like actually be useful. And I've left the other ones well alone, so that'll be useful. Okie doke. Grab those. That's really good. So that's the place of power sorted. Now we just need to go and grab the rest of them. Already did draw from it, girl. Chill. Let's get Roachy babes. Roachy babes. And we get the marker for the crossroads, and then we're going to go and grab all the places of power. Places of plower? That's Geralt. Ploughing wenches left, right, centre. Right. Now there's usually a wandering merchant around here somewhere as well that you can buy the maps for all of the Skellige fast travel markers, which is really useful. Is this guy having for sale? I kind of get the feeling he does. Yeah, right, so this guy has them all, that's cool. Got all these. Get rid of all this stuff, it's just taking up inventory space. Never sell the pearls or anything like that. The shells that can dismantle into pearls. Way better to not do that. What else have we got? What's taking up such a massive amount of space? Anyway, get rid of all this stuff. Something's taking up a huge amount of inventory space, but I don't know what it is. Well, I say huge. Fairly substantial. Seeing as how it was 30 something. Maybe that sword's heavy. Oh yeah, 3 point. Yeah, that's a fair amount. Strange. After you've read these maps, you can then sell them to somebody who gives decent prices. So I'll do that as well. Let's have a look. Right, so reading those gives you these new markers, and is very useful for that sort of thing. Where's Roach? There she is. Don't want to be getting into unnecessary scraps with the White Wolves or anything like that. Just a waste of time. Don't really get a lot from them. Get all of this stuff, which is great. Alright. Unlock some other things there. Couple of quests and stuff like that. Alright.
Greetings.
Hi. Right, let's have a look. So here we can actually buy some of the monster cards, start adding those to the deck, and sorting that out. We can sell these to him as well, so you can get some of that money back. So always worth bearing that in mind. Right, sorted. There is also the stash key to Yen's room. You can run through there and stash some stuff if you wanted to, which I will actually just stash that sword because that's probably either at least slightly valuable or can dismantle into something cool. Yep. Get rid of this stuff. So stash that. Can be using those as well. Sell this crap to that dude as well. Don't think you can unlock the door from this side though, if I remember. Yeah, you need the key, which you get from Yen. So we'll do that in a bit, but not just yet. Compulsively loot everything because I'm a bit insane. Okay. Right, then we're just going to go on, collect all the places of power. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Right. What does smell so delicious? Who knows? Get rid of all this stuff, because you're never going to use that. And then this. So he gives 10 for a pig hide. Pig hide's a good way to, if you know the price of pig hides. If somebody gives you 6 crowns for a pig hide, then there's somebody who gives naff prices. If somebody gives you 8 or 9, then they're decent to good. 10 is high, and then the Toussaint people give you 11 usually, and they're the best prices. So you get more for selling stuff in Toussaint. So unless you need the money or you don't have money saved up, it's oftentimes better to just sort that instead. Let's have a look. Right. Let's have a look. Alright, so
Let's talk about.
don't know why I'm haggling over a couple of hundred or like 30 crowns or whatever. Alright. Right. Might as well just speak to this person whilst they're here. Ah, crud. I just started this bit by accident. Never mind. Let's get through this stuff. You don't have to do it right away. No drama.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to... The eulogy.
King Brad! They will sit for now!
So you got to do a couple of these quests. You got to do a couple of these quests before you can play Ermion or Crack for the some of the monster cards. So you got to do that.
You were there.
Reading my
Mm. Right, so we've got all this stuff sorted. And
So
Call it... Look.
Wait,
let's crack.
I shall see you at the wit.
I shall wear black and white for the feast.
Mm.
I count on you to don something compliment.
Yen, you know I can't.
And just like Krag, I've rented a room.
right, so this is that. Not that we really needed it or anything, but whatever. Right, cool. So all those quests when we start getting the monster deck sorted. Not really necessary for us to do it yet, but hey ho. You can go around and buy like a bunch of the Skellige cards and things as well, but I'm quite curious to see how many you can in Toussaint. You know, if you've never done any of it beforehand, so I'm actually just going to leave them for now, grab the places of power and then go right back. Just killing these geese because you sometimes get feathers like that one there, which is very useful because you use those for making the lesser glyphs. Right, so what we need now is to go and get, let's have a look, is to go and get the places of power. So we'll need to be fast travelling, grabbing the notice boards, and then going from there. So there's notice board there. We've got place of power at the Druid Camp. Place of power here. Oh, I'm out of oh, I hadn't even fast travelled. You serious? Right, let's get this stuff first. So, places of power. Got one so far. There are two with the story. One during the side quest, if you side with Keris, and one if when you're doing the Sunstone quest. So the Sunstone quest is way later in the Sunstone quest is way later in the game. Who's this? Why do I not remember this person?
Let's talk about my room.
Let's have a look. Get some money, dude.
East, isn't it?
Oh, missing son. That's a sad quest. Ah, oh, this poor dude. There's that silly boot in there who child because she got dumped. Which, yeah, it sucks, but you don't curse a child. Come on now. Not cool. Anything. That's that one. Right, so that's that. All sorted. And that message board taken care of. Then we've got this message board here. Can't remember with that one actually, if that is like sort of guarded or not. So where have we got places of power? We've got one round here, one here, one at the Druid Camp. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, because we've got the one from when you first land. 5, but you can't get that yet. 6 up in Svorlag. 7 is that one there. 7, 8, and then 9 is the Sunstone one. So that's all of them taken care of. Or I've remembered where they all are, so I'll go and get these ones first. Make my way there, and then you can fast travel and get the others pretty easily. So let's do that. So we are heading this way. No need for us to get any horse gear or do the quest, because as you can see, when Roach turns up after she gets inexplicably stuck like she always does, there you go, she has the wicked horse armour from Toussaint. So she's got the saddle and the blinders for the 5 chivalric virtues ones. They're a little gaudy, a little ostentatious, but I think they're cool. We're just going to use those nice gold ones. You can get some slightly more understated ones. Nothing good from that bandit camp, so they can just, you know, they can chill out being bandits. I'll kill them later maybe if I come across them again, but right now we're not wasting time with stuff like that. We are just riding. So there's Blander. We'll come back here later. There is the quest for Practicum of Alchemy. We'll come back and do Mysterious Elf with later. But that's mainly for the Gwent, to be perfectly honest. So until I'm actually playing Gwent, I will not do it just yet. I'll wait until I'm a few levels higher. So I do want this notice board here, just for the undiscovered locations, and just have them all marked off. And where is it? It is here. Just ran past it, in fact. There we go. Get those. There's another quest. Is this dragon? I think the quest is dragon. Oh no, missing miners. Okay, that's cool. And then we want to be going on. So which of these is it this one? No, it's not this one. It's this one. I want to say is the Druid Camp. So from here that really shouldn't be very far. So we'll summon Roach again. When she can be bothered. Hello, beauty. Right, sorted. Off we go. Yeah. So 300 and something steps, not very far to ride. So there's a bunch of Andragas and Arakas and things which can be interesting and useful to fight if you need stuff. See, there are the Andragas and things. If you need mutagens, but fortunately, because mine have carried over from new game, from the preparation that I did, it'd be pretty easy to do. So if you're watching this back on YouTube, before I forget, like, comment, sub, so you can watch the rest of the playthrough. I feel like I have a lot of good info in my playthroughs, and a lot of people seem to enjoy the content. You can be one of those people. Right, so just going to grab all this stuff. Erden Place of Power here.
Magic. A place of power.
And we just found the marker as well, which is always useful. And that being the case, you can just fast travel. Even though they look deceptively close, it's actually a pain in the neck because of that mountain range. You can't just go straight over, so I'm going all that way. And head over there. Where are we at? Yeah.
Faster.
Okay, chill out. Now you can just avoid the Cyclops. I might actually fight the Cyclops. In fact, I will fight the Cyclops. I'm going to fight these things and just see if there's any Arrhenias in them. If any of these are Arrhenias. I don't think they are, but you can never really tell. So let's have a look. Get the decoctions going. Ah, except I've not meditated. That's annoying. Alright, I'll just kill him. Again, level, but with Aerondight, we should be alright. Well, we definitely will be alright. It's not that difficult. And Whirl, Aerondight, everything else. Has Aerondight got Severance on? Doesn't really look like it's taking that long. It's going that far. Oh yeah, there you go. You've got the Severance boost on it. How sweet does Aerondight look with the with its special effects and stuff? It's pretty cool. So get this sorted. Knock these things down. Every time we use that, the Ancient Legendary Decoction will be boosting our stamina regen as well, so you can use it more and more frequently. Just going to get a Blizzard as well, which means that as soon as one of these dies next, I should get the slowdown effect like that, which is really cool. And that basically just damn it, means that getting kills becomes even easier and easier then. And this is why Severance is so useful. Right, so that was an Arrhenia, so hopefully I can get an Arrhenia eye from that as well. And that'll let me build the... that'll let me make the superior hybrid oil, which is the last one that I needed. Another boost for Aerondight, and then there's this one last one there. And you can also counter to knock them down as well. So that, especially if I get an Arrhenia eye, will be really cool. So that's a regular Harpy, Harpy Talons, Arrhenia eye, nice. Okay, so I wasn't that bothered about hybrid oil because you so rarely fight hybrids anyway. But that should let me make my last superior oil, because that was all I was missing. So. And I already bought the Albedo in preparation for that, so pretty cool. Right, we've got shell mob. Yeah. Right, so that's everything made that we would want to be making for the oils, because we've got all 12 of those. No reason ever to not make oils, so I've done those. And then, yeah, we're in good shape. Now, how many points do we have currently? We have 18, so we're very, very close to having enough to be able to finish off the rest of the mutagens. So let's do that. Grab this stuff. Just for kicks, I'm actually going to try and take on the giant that's up here. So that's Ogrid Oil. Just going to meditate like that. Okay. Ah, you know what I should have done? This is a quick thing that I should have done on the boat bit. I should have put the Wraith decoction on instead of the Warthog decoction. So if there's ever going to be a point where you know you're not going to spend a lot of time at full health because you're on a particularly high difficult set of enemies that are higher level than you, you can use the Wraith decoction instead of the Warthog decoction. And that gives you a bit of leeway, because if they do say they did take off a massive chunk of damage, like if I'd had enough vitality to survive that bludgeoning attack, it would have automatically put Quen on, especially when you're playing with a more cinematic style here, like I am doing. You want to make sure that yeah, let's just get this sorted here. Oof, this thing will do some damage. I should be a bit more careful really, but never mind. So we'll get Quen on. I just went blizzard because I'm gonna die. Get out of it. Oh, I got stuck. That's no good. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I got stuck on the scenery, which is no good. Oh, that's no fun. So yeah, if you get like, so that's 2 deaths, and that's when you get trapped by Red Skull enemies. Like, because I sort of glitched and got stuck against the wall there. That's no fun. But this is why you need to be careful with Red Skull enemies. I could take this thing out, but thinking about it, it will take a long time because I don't have Euphoria. So I think I'll just run past it this time. So yeah, Red Skull enemies, you always need to be careful. But with Euphoria and Aerondight in particular, you can waste most of them. But with this being a more reasonable playthrough using Metamorphosis, we want to just be sticking to that, so we're actually using a bit more skill. I could take this thing on, but it'd probably take about 5 minutes or so, and not 100% worth it, that being the case. So I've already collected my stuff. This should have been after I made the let's have a look. Yeah, that'll be a hybrid, so that's cool. Okay. Yeah, Order of the Ogoroid and the Vampire. Not that it matters, but maybe not. Maybe. How bizarre. Anyway, just going to get our decoctions back. You can see how quickly the decoction toxicity went down, and that's why I love it much. Okay, so just get Quen on in case this guy gets a pot shot in, and then should be able to run straight past it. This is how you would go about getting the place of power usually. You can quite stay away from this dude. Just wait till Geralt puts his sword away, and then you can grab the mastercrafted diagrams, which are in those chests over there, and then get the place of power. So we've got 20 points available there. Here we go. And now, oof, that was close to being dead. If I can get Roach to come in, yep, I'll be able to just quickly ride all the way past the giant, back down to the fast travel marker, and go and get the other ones, which are pretty easy to get. Bye bye. Alright, that's brilliant. So that's that taken care of. That is probably how you go about doing it if you're on a regular deathmatch playthrough as well, as recommended in my walkthrough series. No real point taking these things on when they're Red Skull on deathmatch. You can do it, but it'd take a long time. I don't really think it's worth it. So where is that marker? There it is. So now we just got now we just got to go and get the rest. So we have our choice of ones that we want to go to. Could do with getting the message boards first. I'm just curious because there's no notice board on Harvican Island. I know that the place of power marker is there, exactly there, but I'm just curious as to see which notice board it is that actually shows you those markers up. So let's have a look at that. Could be this one, could be the one on Larvik. But yeah, we're just going to fast travel about, get all these notice boards, just so that we do have the undiscovered locations on there. I don't really have to bother with those as much on New Game Plus, like anywhere near as much, because there's like a few key side quests that will get you a ton of. Uh-oh, that was dangerous. You can very often get the guards attacking you here, but managed to get away with one there. Yeah. Let's go this way. Merchant around this area if you meditate, so that he's like, you know, at the right time. He stood around here somewhere. Where are we? Trying to remember where he is. There's definitely a merchant around here that you can play Gwent against and stuff some point, but I'll come back. No point meditating to get him to show up at the minute because, as I said before, don't have enough cards in the monster deck yet to be able to do that, and I want to wait and buy them from Toussaint anyway. So I don't have the werewolf decoction on this playthrough because I don't want it pointlessly triggering in battle. As I was saying before, Metamorphosis can only trigger the decoctions that you've actually created. So whilst the werewolf decoction's alright for, you know, I used it when I was playing on just the story to prepare for this, playthrough. Let's have a look. I don't want it to be selectable because of that. Yeah, so it's that message board gives you the undiscovered locations for Harvikin. So I'll just go and but it doesn't give you this one. Weirdly, because that must be the Aaron Beyond ones then. How interesting. I always assumed it was those because I always go to Aaron Beyond first. How weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, so the place of power, there's a place of power on this trail as well. You also get the enhanced Ursine boots diagram in the cave underneath this place of power, quite a bit further down the hill, but there are 3 trolls there, so if you need troll livers for some of the stuff like Ogrod oil and I think cursed oil, the superior versions of those, then following the enhanced Ursine quests after you've bought the map from the Kaer armourer is a great way to get a couple of troll livers from there. So bear that in mind if you're on a first playthrough again. One of the massive advantages of New Game Plus is that that's not a consider because I've already bought all the alchemy recipes and then made everything that I wanted. As you can again see on the little preparation playlist, only took us about 15 hours to get to the point where I could have comfortably started New Game Plus, and in fact it was actually a lot less than that. I could have very easily started New Game Plus from about 8 or 10 hours in, so only a couple of episodes in, because you only really have to sort of get Euphoria and get to level 40 for this build to be able to get the Viper chest at 39 and the Manticore boots and pants, which is really easy to do, only took me a couple of episodes. But I wanted to show off a few more things, so if you watch that preparation series, I actually whizzed through Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. Did all the story quests because you get a ton of levels and experience from those, which was really good. Cool, so going to this one now. We'll get these. I feel like this Viper armor, it looks so good. It goes so well with a hybrid build, and it suits all of the areas. Like when you're in Toussaint, A lot of people will say that if you're wearing the Ursine armour, the don't really fit, which is, you know, a fair point to be made, because it's this big, long, thick coat. And it doesn't really fit with that aesthetic of being in a sort of warm southern France, sort of rustic, warm setting. So, not that that's a massive consideration, but this is turning out to be a little more of a cinema. So as you can see, place of power up there. I think it's an Erden one, for what it's worth. Yeah. Place of power, gotta be. Right. You can actually get up here and pray and it changes the weather as well. Whoa. Or you can clip through it. But yeah, there's definitely where can you pray? There's a place you can pray here anyway and it changes the weather, but oh yeah, it's up there. But so another place of power down. If you, one of my favourite tips is if you set a quest that is in a different area, so like now I'm in Skellige and I've just set a quest for Velen. If you do that, then the marker will, the primary objective will change to the nearest fast travel marker, which is very useful. So I've just done that. I can quickly follow the minimap back to fast travel marker. So the other ones that I've got to pick up, I've got the Svorlag one and the Ingvar's Fang one. Let's have a look here as well. Fast travel here, and then once I've got all of those, like I say, usually I would do Practicum of Alchemy while I was here, but because I'm not playing Gwent just yet, there's no real point. Don't need the Larvik one. So we'll go and get the Uriala Harbour place of power, and then this Svorlag one, and I think that'll be everything. Pretty sure. Pretty. All right. And then after this, I think I'll go straight to the Novigrad quests and rush through to get place Poet Under Pressure completed as soon as possible. Need to get Matter of Life and Death. So can we get up here? Jump. Yeah, cool. Okay, so this is a good way to go. If you can get up here, which you can, usually. You can avoid fighting all the harpies. There's also a troll down there to fight. Not that fussed about that just yet. So if you go this way, you can avoid fighting the harpies and stuff like those ones. Get up to the top of it, and you can do the quests to... Oh, come on, man. You can do the quest to... Oh, that's alright. Get the diagrams for the Ursine armour, which is my favourite armour set, because even though it's a heavy set, so the stamina regeneration is a little bit lower, its bonuses are for adrenaline gain, and you get hugely quick adrenaline gain with it, and that just means you can use rage management until you can get the Hearts of Stone enchantment for levity and make it a light armour set, which is awesome. That's what we do with the best build in the game, which is my World Rend tank build. And after that is the case, yeah, you can just use rage management until that's all sorted, and then use levity afterwards with cat school techniques. So levity makes it light armor, and with levity making it light armor, that means that your whole set becomes 4 pieces of light gear regardless of what you've got, which is great, because you can like mix and match with the Unvic trousers and the... You can mix and match with the Unvic trousers, the Manticore boots, and the heavy Nilfgaardian Guardsman's gauntlets, and it makes them all light, even though it's a mismatched armour set, which means that all of your stamina regeneration is better because you count as having 4 pieces of light gear, and they all count as light gear for cat school techniques, giving you 100% critical hit bonus as well, which is cool. So yeah, that's why the Unvik and Ursine sets form my sort of favourite armour set in conjunction with Levity. And here we've got the Place of Power. So that should be what, 22? Oh, 23, okay. Even better. I'll go get the Svorlag one, and then we can get our mutations on top of that. Wicked. Don't need that Larvic note explored yet. That one is the one where it's actually like, I think it's guarded and by enemies, which again, no point in us fighting just yet because they're not guarding the Place of Power. Don't care about those. So we're going to be going on now. To get Poet Under Pressure, we need to get through the regular quests, speak to Triss, then that gives you the option of starting Dandelions, if I recall. So yeah, because you got to do all the stuff with Corrine Tilly. So did we have a notice board here? I feel like we did. It's full, like, yeah, it's down here. So we'll get that first, because why not? Feel like this person is very close to be able to, yeah, so I'll talk to him while I'm over here just to get that sorted, so I don't have to like particularly, no, in fact I'm going to leave that because that'll hopefully remind me that I've still got this dude to play afterwards, because the merchant that I'm just about to run past here plays Gwent, and he's one of the people that I'll have to come back to when I've got the what's it called, monster deck, and I actually start playing Gwent. So pretty cool. Alright. Where are we? Ah, 2. Someone just walked over my grave. So, just going to grab this Place of Power. And then, from the looks of things, we'll have 2 spare points, so I can put those into fast metabolism. And then after that, the rest can go into Rend and Razor Focus and Hard Sweep. So this is how you get the Place of Power very easily. Just jump up here to the left of this building, and then jump up here. And you can get these 4 lag Place of Power before you've done Ceres, before you've met Ceres and started the possession quest. And with this being, beautiful. Right, so that being the case, we have now got 24 points available, and so we can use the rest of these. So, as you can see, I've got 13 greater red mutagens, converted some of the greater blues to that, to greater reds, because the greater reds are a lot rarer, and the blues are very easy to come across. The greater greens, we've got 12 there as well, and we need 5 ability points for mutated skin, so we get that. 5 for conductors of magic, 5 for adrenaline rush, and then we've still got enough there, so 4 greater blues, 9 greater green, 7 greater red, 7 ability points, and that means that we've got the 4th strength and synapses slot. So what do we put in here? We can either get extra vitality from tissue transmutation, or we can put far-reaching Ard in there as well if you wanted that. I think I'll go with far-reaching Ard actually, because that's kind of useful. No, actually, normally I don't bother with tissue transmutation, but here I think I actually will do for once. So, because of HUD, and as we saw with that bludgeoning, we can take a bit of bludgeoning damage with this build, so I'll just leave that there. And then later I'll put the points into Killing Spree, but not really necessary just yet. So then we'll put the other 2 points into Fast Metabolism, so now that potion toxicity will disappear virtually instantly. Still got 4 greater red mutagens there. What have any mutagens needed for anything else? So basically we've got all the skills for the build that I need. Next 2 can go into Hard Sweep, then the 4 after that into Rend and Razor Focus in whatever order, or Killing Spree. So we're in really good shape now, everything pretty much sorted out. So the entire build is going to be finished in 10 points, because we've got 2 there, 4 there, 4 there, and then 5 for Killing Spree, and you get some places of power in Toussaint as well. There are 3 that are very easily accessible, 5 in total. And you get 1 place of power from siding with Ceres, which I'll probably do again. So yeah, in really good shape, and we'll be able to get Killing Spree and top off the rest of it as well. So pretty cool. Right, so that being the case, that is our build pretty much sorted. Now, like I say, usually I would do Practicum of Alchemy and some of the Gwent stuff, but instead I'm just going to sort out getting the monster Gwent deck, and to do that I need to have done Poet Under Pressure. So let's have a look. Finish this off first. So yeah, I want to do Poet Under Pressure and then get my monster deck in place. And or maybe even the Skellige deck, which will be good fun. I like doing things a little differently on playthroughs. It's such a complex and immense game that just to keep things a little bit different, I like to mix it up wherever possible. And using the monster deck and Skellige deck in a regular playthrough without even touching the Northern Realms deck is an interesting thing that I can do to make Gwent a bit different. I'll try and win high stakes with the monster deck as well, although that can be really tricky. Right, so is there anything else in Skellige that I particularly need to do? Let's have a quick look. Tower Out Nowhere, Master Armours, blah blah blah. High stakes we can do later, these are all Velen. Heart of the Woods, Missing Miners, don't need to do any of those particularly early for any reason at all. You know what, I think we're pretty much good to go there, so alright. Let's have a look. I think we're pretty good. Let's go back to Novigrad. I'll just get the Arenbjorn notice board while we're here, because why not? And then we'll head back to Velen and well, Novigrad, and do some of Trish's quests. Green Tilly's a bit of a pain, to be honest. Don't need those. There's a certain order that you have to do these quests in where it means that Jormund survives. The cool guy, the good dude who's in there, and I can't remember what it is. You either go before or after the contract of Edelberg. I can't remember which it is, so I'm not going to do it just yet. Let's have a look. Right, so that's the Arenbjorn thing sorted. And visit Triss in her home, so we're going back. So you got to do a load of boring stuff for this, the Dandelion quest, which annoys me. You got to do all the Green Tilly bit, which is a bit of a pain. You got to do a few other things. I'll tell you what we can do. We're not going to buy stuff from the Carsten merchant just yet. Actually, he's the only place where you can get the Gauntro Dim cards, so I will do that first. Into this one already? Which is this one then? I haven't been to these yet, so why are these not showing as yellow? That's weird. Must have been to Connie the Goose. Let's have a look. We'll figure it out anyway. So yeah, we can get the rest of the notice boards, get the Allness Place of Power. That's the last one that's immediately available in Velen. The other one is going to be during one of the later quests. Or is that everything? No, that's everything for the villain ones, because you got the Kaer Morhen one and that's it. So that's the only one that's part of a quest in Velen, from what I remember. So yeah, pretty cool. So there's another 3 places of power to get in Toussaint. That will let us finish off our sweep. We'll have leveled up quite a few times before then anyway, to be honest. So don't really have to worry about that. Do that first. Could do some of the Baron quests, but I'll just leave those for a little bit. Again, I could do with getting a monster deck before I play him. You can get his card, the Dijkstra card, afterwards, but I like playing the Baron. He's a pretty decent player. So I'll just do that and beat him with the monster deck instead. Do things out as part of the fun of New Game Plus, especially with having a strong build like that. We're level 59, so we're easily at the sort of level where we can start the quests for Triss, Corinne Tilly, find out that we need to be speaking to Dandelion, and then smash through as many of his quests as possible. Full disclaimer, I'm going to be completely ignoring the crap like Cabaret. I hate that quest, I really do. I think I've been here already. Fairly certain I have, to be honest. Yeah, because I definitely remember starting the Leshen quest. Alright, so we've got that notice board. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the Connie of the Goose one. Not Connie of the Goose, we're already at Connie of the Goose. Yeah, so now the notice boards are showing up as yellow again. That makes more sense. Okay. Right. Roachy baby. Right. Let's have a quick scan for any enemies. Sometimes there are night wraiths and stuff on these roads, which is kind of cool. Get some good stuff there if you're looting on a regular playthrough. Again, don't have to bother this time, which is sweet. Should have the Hearts of Stone cutscene here then, if I've not been here already, which I haven't. Where Olgierd's dude kicks off the events of Hearts of Stone, and you get the enchanting startup costs quest as well.
Wanted. Cradle.
Ask for Olgierd von Ebrecht. Aha! And thus begins the events of the pretty wicked Hearts of Stone DLC. Cool. Alright. I think she has one of the decoy cards normally. I'm actually going to leave off buying these because I want to see how many of them you do get from Toussaint, from the various decks, because I find that kind of stuff interesting, as I've said about 3 or 4 times already, so I'll stop repeating myself. What's taking up all my inventory? Oh, it's that witch's armour. Yeah, 7.95. It's taking up a big chunk. Where are we at? Okay. Cool. So, I'm gonna buy some cards from the casting dude, but only the Gaunter Odin ones. And then I'm gonna go and get the place power from Allness. I think you have a little thing here where you can try and save some people, is that right? It's one of these bridges, you get like a little random thing. Oh no, it's not here. That's cool. So we'll ride Roach again.
Let's go.
Which quest are we currently looking at then? Evil's first soft touches. Let's instead go to startup costs, just so I can follow that afterwards. Get the third Gauntro Dim card, because we'll be using those ones as well. Might try doing Hearts of Stone and starting that early as well, so I can get the Olgierd von Everett card and a couple of others. Oh, this is the thing I was thinking of.
Come on now.
Oh, I should have put Delusion on. Damn it. Yep.
They see.
Yeah, I should have put Delusion on. I get lost. Ha! I've got tons of money, so I don't have to worry about that. Save myself a scrap for no reason. Yeah. Great stuff. How good am I? Oh, what a good Samaritan I am. Right. Ah! That's no good. Oh, I can ride around, that's alright. Is this the lake that you have to sort of deal with? Oh no, I was going to say, is this part of the stuff with the Apiarian Phantom, but that's different sort of area. Just looks similar. Got all this, where we at, blah blah blah, grab all this. Why am I even bothering looting this stuff? Come on, Phoenix. Just not necessary. He says as he carries on doing it. Does anybody else feel that compulsion, like you have to loot everything all the time? Anyway. Gwent obsessed dude, doesn't even ask you about anything. Really funny. Buy this stuff first, come back and play him later. He's got the Shrew card, which is kind of cool. So you can buy the extra leader cards, the Hearts of Stone ones. I've already bought a lot of the cards from elsewhere, obviously, because he has duplicates and stuff. Get the Commander's Horn, Catapult. I'm going to actually leave off buying that, because I'll be coming back to play him later anyway. And I'm curious as to if you can get the Commander's Horn and stuff in Tucson. Like I keep saying. Right, that's all good. He doesn't actually give good prices for stuff, but I just wanted to clear out the inventory space. Okay, that's really, really cool. So, we are going to call Roach again. Arenaria there, which is always cool. You can never tell if it's going to be hand fiber or not, even though hand fiber is supposed to be red, so I'm fairly certain that's like a glitch, that hand fiber and Arenaria look identical. Like even Belief Fruit and Hellebore petals that look similar because they're the same colour, they're not the same. You can tell which is which, but I'm pretty sure that the actual Arenaria sort of skin, sprite, whatever you want to call it, graphic, has that on incorrectly. So I'm gonna go here. This is the place of power as well, I think. So let's ride this way. One of them is a bandit camp, one of them is a place of power. The place of power is up this way, I'm sure it is. It's around here somewhere. Now we'll find it. Right, that's the bandit camp, which means that the place of power is up this way somewhere. I want to say. Where is it? No, I'll find it. Let's go and get this notice board first then. Ah, there it is. Place of power, gotta be. Wicked. Alright. I'll sweep. Get one more into that.
Faster.
Those undiscovered locations, that is Alnus indeed. Alright. And then we've got enchanting startup costs to get to, so let's have a look. Which way is the most direct way to ride, because the map will always take you pretty much via the roads and stuff. That's a bandit camp. So the road will take you around this way, whereas I could do with heading straight across. Should have enough stamina to just sort of cut right across there. It's good. I'm going to ride straight that marker, take the left fork when we get there to the road. And it should be quite a lot shorter doing it that way. So you can see the markers saying 900 and something steps to go straight to enchanting startup cost, which is across the lake from is it Bloxwich, Brunwich, where we're actually heading. Whereas cutting out all of this stuff is actually going to take less time. Riding straight across the field. This farmstead is the place where you can farm cowhides. So if you have Hearts of Stone earlier in the game, you can get a ton of cowhides there, which is really good. Like, really good for getting money and stuff. Or you can do the pig hide glitch, where you repeatedly get pig hides. I've got a video about that in my tips playlist. That's a very, very easy way to get a ton of money early on. Earn yourself the Temerian armour and things, stuff like that. So we said we'd take the left fork when we get here. And this will take us right to Bloxwich. I want to say it's Bloxwich, but I can't remember. It might be Brunwich. B something witch. Anyway, that's what it is. Let's have a look. Brunwich. Oh, it is Brunwich. There we go. Another quick thing, if you watch my the thing about building a Gwent deck early on, video of mine, you can come up here, get the cow card, which is just lying here. You'd normally pick up during Hearts of Stone, but you can add that to any deck that's in card, and you can. It's kind of useful. It's a good one to put with the monster deck because it lets you waste a turn in a earlier round and gauge what the opponent's going to play, and whether it's worth you using a couple of your muster cards, which is how you'll normally win with the monster deck. And depending on what they choose to do, wow, you get a load of good stuff around here. Because this is a Hearts of Stone area, slight tangent, you get a load of alcohol and stuff as well. Because it's supposed to be a later area, so this is a really good place to come and grab a bunch of stuff early on, as well as that cow card. Make yourself some money early, whilst it matters a lot more now than it will when you're in Hearts of Stone. So, got a load of good stuff there. If I didn't already have a ton of money, I would have afterwards. So, right, so we can go either way here. So we'll just ride through. Can we get through here, or do we have to dismount and empty it? Open the door? Yeah, we have to dismount. Never mind. Anyway, no. You get long rube there. That's interesting. Oh, I have to remember that for if I ever do any starting quests again, because long rube's something that you'll usually only get in the Skellige areas as well. Also a warthag or grave hag there that you can fight. That's a high level if you feeling particularly masochistic. I suppose you probably could get the warthag mutagen from that thing to make the warthag decoction, but early in the game it would make more sense for you to do it from one that's about level 20 instead. In Crookshank's Bog, which is level 20, so it's a bit easier to fight and pretty reliably drops the warthag mutagen. Marker for Upper Mill. Talk to this guy. Alright. this stuff. So he has the Gontrodim card, and he also has the special leader cards, the Hearts of Stone. Neither of which is particularly great, but yeah. Again, another tip from my video is if you come here really early, if you've got Hearts of Stone, you can get these brilliant saddlebags, which are a lot cheaper than buying the Zerrikanian ones. So I would always buy those if you are starting a fresh start. You can just ride up here, avoid all the enemies, and that's really good. Right, so you can race him for the Euphoria saddle if you want, but I really don't want because I've already got a better saddle than that anyway. It'd just be a waste of time in this one. Talk to this guy, get the Rune Right quest started as well. Alright. Get through all this. Cool. So you can help this guy out. There we go. Cool. So at some point I will come back and start that quest as well, so that I can get the Severance enchantment on whichever sword I replace Aerondight with, when I'm back to doing things that are more my level. Grab this first so that whenever I want to, I can go and get the I can go back and get the Jade for this quest without ever having to come out of my way and come back to Upper Mill first. Might as well. Right, so that's all cool. Ladies of the Wood would be our normal one, but we're not going to do that just yet. We are going back to Pyres of Novigrad. Cool. That is all good. So we're just going to check. So the places of power: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as it shows there. So that's the 7 places of power. The 8th one is Bald Mountain. I'm pretty sure that's all of them for Velen. So it's 8 in Velen, 9 in Skellige, 6 in White Orchard, 5 in Tucson. That sounds about right. And 1 during the story quest in Kaer Morhen, 1 during the story quest in Through Time and Space, which is the only missable one in a really weird area, apart from the Skellige one, with, if you choose not to side with Ceres for whatever reason. Right, let's just head back to the Gate of the Hierarch, and then I need to start planning on how I'll do my Skellige deck. Not Skellige deck, Monsters deck. When I go to get the Skellige deck from Tucson, I'll be able to use that as well. Both really cool decks, both really fun. The monster one is a bit susceptible to Biting Frost, which means it's a bit of a shame because you can struggle to even use the better leader cards, because it's actually more reliable to just keep the first leader card where you can clear weather at any time in case they bite and frost your stuff. It's also a bit susceptible to, which kinda sucks, but hey, what you can do. Right, so that's all this stuff sorted. The slight advantage of having the bottomless carafe is that you can pick up all this stuff like Dwarven Spirit, just got another couple there, and instead of having to keep them for meditating, you can just sell all of the Dwarven Spirit. I mean, normally you end up with like a ton of it anyway, but it's pretty cool to be able to completely not have to worry about it. So let's have a look at repairing. Well, that was a waste. Never mind. We're all at 99%, so we don't need to do any of those. Swords are at pretty much 100, I think. 96 and 100, yeah, so in good shape. Right, let's go and speak to Triss, get the Novigrad events rolling. Try and get some of these boring quests out of the way. At least deal with those. Might as well start Deadly Delights while we're here, as we're running past this guy. Alright.
Let's talk about
No real issue with starting a lot of these early. It just means that if I'm running past, like this one, you have to speak to a medic on the shore, so if I'm happen to be running past the medic dude later, you know, I can just do that and it's not a problem. So speak to Triss.
winds howling.
Can you use delusion on these bits? I doubt it. Ah, crap. Might as well have delusion here whilst I'm running around Novigrad, because these early portions of the game are where you do actually have a bit of an opportunity to use delusion. It becomes a lot less useful later on. You just get fewer and fewer chances later, like as you go through. Yeah. Okay. Skip through this stuff. Alright, cool. Sort out Menga, don't know much about it. Yep. There we go. Yeah, righteous folk, don't be a clown. Anyway, deal with Menga. Greater Strybog Runestone. Not that I would ever use those, but always good to be able to sell them. Nice. Get all that stuff. Don't want to follow the pickpocket, it's annoying, it takes a long time. So instead we'll just talk to the beggar dude. Who's over here. I can't remember exactly what you say, but you don't ask about the Putrid Grove, I think, if I remember correctly. Uh-huh.
Thanks for your help.
Alright, cool. Thank goodness. So yeah, just don't ask about the Putrid Grove. I couldn't remember which way around it was, but yeah, that's the way. So this is the way. Don't ask about Putrid Grove, just ignore the rest. I need to watch The Mandalorian. I haven't watched any of it. It's supposed to be really good. I've just seen the memes all over the place. So, you know it must be good if there are memes all over the place. Well, kind of. Right, so you say something about the sow. I can't remember what, but whatever it is, it's going to be this here. Right. Yeah. There you go. Easy. Alright, so there's Triss.
About time we made something clear, sorceress.
Yes, high time.
Me and my men will manage just fine.
Vinnie Jones! Honestly, he looks so much like Vinnie Jones. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
A man with a vision.
One for any crap. They call this place. I'm actually glad.
Obligatory, how awesome is that armour set?
Yeah.
Just love it. And I love how well the colours and everything match when you colour the Manticore trousers and boots black as well. really good.
6 months ago, if somebody said Triss Marigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal,
You can buy these from that guy, but it costs like 900 something. It's just never worth it.
I take more.
yep, she would.
I'll
Yeah. Right, now what am I supposed to do? Let's have a look. Oh, well that was easy. Come on, you curvy pseudo rapist. Well, what? This herbalist guy is a really good person to buy stuff from in the first playthrough as well. He'll normally have stuff like enhanced Tawny Owl and enhanced Swallow if you've not found them already. Now, usually I wouldn't say that it's necessary to buy recipes, but certain ones like that, because all the recipes are randomised, if you've not found them by the time you get to this, then it's well worth doing.
take care.
Load of stuff to grab in here as well. If you needed money or whatever, you can grab all this stuff, but I don't, so I'm not going to. I got some necrophages to fight in here, so grab all this stuff. Necrophage oil. Grab all this. Another Greater Runestone, so you get loads of good stuff when you're looting. And that's why I like coming to Novigrad early, because you don't have to do this quest to have been coming to Novigrad, but like it's a useful one to have done. Ah, get lost. And even though I think these would be Red Skull, it's not much of an issue. Just use the Tawny Owl, you can really tell the difference with that and the Ancient Lesson. Get this thing stunned, and down it goes. Sweet.
Free city of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
Might as well stick with Aerondight and just keep leveling it up a little bit, because I think it's falling behind on its levels, because you know, you take the odd hit, especially when I'm playing no HUD and stuff, it's a little more difficult to track. 64 out of 80, yeah, so go with that. Because I've changed swords, I'll need to put the oil back on it as well.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's wrath.
Alright,
Instead
why is
of
Radovid such a numpty?
fire. But Novigrad's
Might as well get the killer whale on while we're here.
the mount.
Alright,
Judging?
Don't know.
easy. Ooh, thought we'd crash then, that would have been annoying. Grab those. Grab these. And loot the leather sack that we need. Nice and easy. Now we got to go and sort out Trish's little deal, which then goes south, and then tell her that we're doing really well with Yen, that we don't need her at all. Then go and see Kareen Tilly.
Fine.
Oh, some of these Novigrad things are a little bit of a drag when you've done them before. But you know,
Seem to be in your element.
let's have a look.
My elements? How I use them?
Come on. 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
Two rat shells. Anyway. Get through this stuff. Get stuff.
Don't that so I'm a thing. Well,
We need.
Lol. Right.
I'll cover half the space. You take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Thing is, I know what evidence of Manticore activity looks like, but rodents.
Geralt, we'd both rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be sitting in a royal council meeting, but they killed my king. Look for crevices and drop them.
Think I plugged every hole in there.
All right, get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk.
How exciting.
Well,
Off they go. Come on, Triss.
well,
Sorted. Right, so we've got this bit.
One, Master. I'm just.
right.
I was.
We
Never read the books, but apparently Triss is very different in the game than she is in the books. Alright. Oh no! Anyway.
If these boys are here, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, a great way to deal with stuff like this is just throw the Northern Wind, put Blizzard on like that. Oh, I love Blizzard. And then kick their ass. And as soon as Blizzard kicks in, you can see the slowdown there. Made short work of them. Some nice stuff to sell. Around for some reason, get himself in a ton of trouble when he's tried double crossing a witch and a witcher. Dumbass. Right, we should be able to get the Kareen Tilly. Should be able to get the Kareen Tilly quest sorted. I hope.
not.
Right, on we go.
You should.
Trish still on fire. Weird. But also kind of cool. Not that I need water. Novigrad dreaming. Okay.
Just who's rude or didn't fuck?
Right, let's get rid of this stuff. I actually think it's better to get Sarah the Godling kicked out, which is like one of the cool things about this game. Like sometimes the you can make a like harsher choice and it'll actually work out differently than you anticipate, which is kind of cool. Right, anyway, why am I looting all this stuff? I just don't need it. Right, let's go. Yeah. Do. Right, so there's her being asleep. There's Sarah the Godling. Let's get this stuff. Man, this is a nice quest. Good job it doesn't take. Nice sleeping attire there. Damn, dude.
Way to the next room's blocked.
No, it isn't. Ladle. Yeah.
Strange stuff.
That is a horrendous drawing, let's be honest. Oh, I really don't need this stuff. Why am I even looting?
Stop. Go away. Leave it.
Can't remember where you buy the Bardock from to get her to clear out of the house, which is a bit annoying.
Another master.
Godlings are cool. Do like godlings.
Blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Right. Oh, the herbalist has Bardock. I should have bought it from him. It's the herbalist who's right next door. You know the herbalist I said about earlier in the episode about getting the enhanced stuff from and all that. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
You get
Oh, to doing this, and it's a sort of act of kindness in a way, because it means that she ends up with Johnny, which is little godlings, bless him. So yeah, we'll do that. Could get that saddle to sell later, but it's just going to take up a ton of inventory space, so not going to do it. Oh, I'll just grab that saddle anyway. Right, well, if I'm going to grab one saddle, I might as well grab both, because then I can sell them both together. Sorted. Let's go and get this Bardock, or whatever it is. Be able to sell a bunch of stuff to him as well, which is cool. Ah, shut up, you clown. So fortunately this herbalist isn't too far away. Cool. So yeah, this guy, really good person to buy the enhanced Torniel from, and the enhanced Swallow usually, I think, what I remember, and the enhanced Necrophage oil as well before you do the quest. What's that quest called? The Kira ones. Really good for doing that. There it is. Bardock, bundle of burdock rather. And because I don't need the alchemy paste or any, I can sell a bunch to him. If he gives decent prices. I can't remember what a decent price is. Yeah. So 7 for that's pretty good. I'll keep those in case I ever want to make the other decoctions, but the rest of them you don't really need. So yeah, we should be alright with that. What else is there? Alcest. We can sell a load of Alcest. Don't need that. Keep all that stuff. So yeah, you can sell like a bunch of stuff to a few of these, you know, and make yourself little bits of money that way. Don't need Temerian Rye. So again, not necessarily, but if you wanted to, this is a good way to money if you're playing a regular playthrough. So always good. What else we got? I swear there's something else that I don't need a lot of. Oh, there it is, Nilfgaardian Lemon. Sorted.
Take it.
Cool. Get all of that stuff, run back through. Quickly got about 1,000 back of the 5,000 we gave the rune right. There's very little that we'd have to spend money on anyway, so. Ah. No, dumbass. It's a silver sword. Duh. Right, so smoke her out. I'm doing this for your own good, child. Well, she's not really a child, but.
You pig! Trying to suffocate me! You don't! Someone will do the same to you one day!
They can try.
Take this stupid axe, you burdock-ing bully!
Oh, don't worry, it's for your own good. Right, let's go. Let's go. Novigrad dreaming. I don't know why I couldn't just do that like there, you know what I mean? Anyway. Let's go.
I saw Miss burn some bird. Thanks.
I wonder where Corrine Tilly goes then, because she'll. Where does she end up living? Just have to pay rent and stuff. Well, hard times. Poor thing. Get rid of this stuff while we're here. This guy's only here at certain times of day. You usually have to meditate till about 11 to get him to turn up. But if I can sell some things to him, I will do. See, again, they just don't often have enough money to even buy them. Going that way next, so I'll just nip over to the blacksmith, try and sell some things to him instead. Clear up my inventory space a little bit, make that tiny bit of money. You could stash all this stuff and sell it in Toussaint, but it's really not worth it right now. Yeah. So the blacksmith was there really early, actually, considering that was about, what, 6 or 7 AM. That's strange. He's not normally there at that time. Top-notch swords. Well, quite. So he's got 3,000, so that because we can sell pretty much anything to him. See how much inventory space we just cleared with the saddles there. Any of this dismantle into good stuff. Dark steel ingot, kind of, not really. Do want to dismantle those. So you just only sold like a couple of mediocre swords, and yeah, they were like 3,000 something, which is insane. Not 3,000, well, a couple of thousand. So already back up to 26. So yeah, the economy of the game is like proper messed up Game Plus, because all of this stuff scales to the level that you pick it up, which is great because it makes it a ton easier. But it's just like whatever. Right. So we'll speak to Corinne Tilly. Yep. Good stuff to loot in here if you... I can't be bothered. Some stuff up there if you climb the ladder and things as well. Empty bottles, wow, what a waste. Where the hell is Corinne Tilly's room? Oh, it's right there. Duh. Right, get this sorted. Skip through all these cutscenes and things, and then yeah, this will be a good place to leave the episode. So if you've made it to the end of the episode on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, absolutely brilliant. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, so you can watch the rest of the playthrough, and we'll be carrying on. So we're just gonna get through this. Figure out that it's dandelion, and then we'll start going through that. Let's continue. So we've got to do all the stuff with Menga. There's dandelion, so we've got to find him, set his stuff in. Yeah, set in motion all those events. And go from there. So, back to the Rosemary in Time, which ends up being called the Chameleon, obviously. Let's grab all this stuff while we're here. Or not, as the case may be. Right. So, like I say, this is going to be a good place for us to go from. Quick thing there, you just saw I grabbed like 3 alchemy paste in the space of like no time flat. So if you need alchemy paste for the superior potions or bombs or whatever it is, that's a good place to grab them. Get Hattori's quests here as well. And then going back to the Rosemary in Time, and I believe we've got Zoltan here. Yay, Zoltan! So we'll get that sorted.
I'll never come back, you stinking scaddies.
So we've got to start Broken Flowers. I'll just have this fight, and then we'll go from there.
shove them up your ass till you've toes for teeth.
Ah, Brill.
Gear out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to put them all out. Care to join me?
Now, is this one of the ones? Is this one of the ones where you can use signs? Because if it is, it's a lot easier. No, it isn't. Ah, damn it. Oh, I hate fist fights. Fist fights suck. So try and fight one person at a time. I suppose you can like draw them away. Whack. Oh, countered that. So get the counter in, get a couple of smacks. Easy, tiger. It's the freaking camera makes it worse. Oh, I'm not fighting 3 people at once. That sucks. So yeah, parry, parry is the way to go. Oh, you know what? How many times can I get?
That's it, you're in for it.
I wonder how many of my deaths on deathmatch are going to get cornered with a bad camera angle. That is when you're trying to dodge in a limited sort of space. Right, anyway, like I say, please like, comment, subscribe. We're going to knock these dudes out, and then we'll call that the end of the episode and start with Broken Flowers next time. So, we'll just wait for the ridiculously long console loading times, and then we'll go from there.